You can be around and see absolutely nothing in the water one moment, and just out of nowhere, they just show up. They don't announce themselves. You normally don't see them until way after they've seen you.
Shark just came right in, went right past the first person. Shark came in, bit him right in half.
30 miles off the Southern California coast, Captain Greg Elliott and his crew are taking 2 men into shark-infested waters. 12-foot blue sharks, lightning-quick makos, even voracious great whites have been seen here.
This particular area is called Avalon Banks. It's about 2,000 feet deep. They get marlin here when they first start running. The tuna run, they seem to catch them here first. And I guess for that reason, that's why the sharks are here.
They've come here to test Sharkpod, the protection ocean device that's supposed to protect divers by repelling sharks instantly.
I look over my shoulder and there's about an 11-foot blue shark, comes right in. He forgot all about the stuff he was supposed to do, taking his time circling. He went right in with a posture with his back arched, his fins down, and when he came at me, I saw the ice slits close over the eyes, and he tried to bite me. I pushed it away, it comes right back and did it again, and we were out of there in about 30 seconds.
With more divers and surfers going into the water, more sharks are mistaking people for seals and turtles, a shark's natural food. Sharkpod would ward off an attack, protecting researchers and recreational divers.
Maybe it's our macabre sense of adventure as humans that we want to maybe push it to the limits, but certainly to be down and see these graceful, majestic animals, it's really a thrill for me.
It just gives me a great joy. I guess some people like going into the outdoors and they'll go to Yellowstone Park, and that same spirit's there with the grizzly bear. To me, my grizzly bear is a shark. It's just the essence of freedom to me.
The Sharkpod unit has been tested in South Africa, but Jim Morris and Paul von Blurk will be the first to test it in American waters.
The reason Sharkpod was developed back in the late 40s, early 50s, we had a high incident of shark attack on the Natal coast, South Africa, and quite a few lives were lost.
The South African government introduced nets that would protect swimmers but killed untold thousands of sharks and other marine life. Sharkpod is the South African government's attempt to protect swimmers and the marine ecology.
A shark is really honed into its surroundings, and it has become the top predator in the ocean. It is super sensitive to any electrical or electromagnetic field in the water. Certainly the electrical impulse that you give off as a bather in the water, just from your muscle movement, a shark has the ability to detect that from a considerable distance away and track in on you.
The Sharkpod unit uses the shark's predatory strength as the diver's defense.
You've basically got two parts to the unit. You've got your main body. Inside here we have the main electronics, and we have the battery pack which powers the whole unit, and we have the second part over here. If you had a closer look, within here you'd have a surgical stainless steel plate. That is what we term as the foot electrode, and underneath this shroud over here you have exactly the same. It's another stainless steel plate, and that is the second or the main electrode. When you switch the unit on, what happens is that you generate a field. This will pulse and then it'll alternate and pulse from here. So you generated a complete electrical field between the two poles. And this sort of envelops the diver in an invisible cocoon of an electrical field, which is uncomfortable to sharks. So hence the protection from the electrical field.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, ready?
Go.
The Sharkpod has to work instantly because sharks are likely to attack from behind, striking at the most immobile part of the human body, usually the neck.
They can be devious. They're top predators in the water. They've got all the tricks, and they certainly can hunt and prey on us at their will. It's not a comfortable place to be.
Jim is surrounded by a group of blues and cannot hesitate. He deploys Sharkpod. The sharks disperse immediately.
Sharks get a bad rep, I think, through the media, basically. But they're not truly going to be protected until we really can allow people to know that they can enter the marine environment and coexist in peace with them.
The pod unit allows us to get into water, and we are presenting no threat to the sharks at all. The sharks don't like the feel of it. They can move away, leave you in peace, and you leave the sharks in peace as well.